you. Welcome to Arna Education. Active and passive voice. We discussed on this topic on the important note and the rules regarding the change into passive voice. And in the part 1, we discussed on the topic of it, and the part 2 on the change of passive voice in the simple present tense. And in the part 3, how to change passive voice in continuous form. And in the third one, we learned about the present perfect on change of voice regarding interrogative sentences and the negative sentences too in the topic. You can see in the description box. Now, this is active and passive voice of simple past tense, and these are the rules. Once again, we can recap here in this box what we had mentioned here, and just here use past participle of a verb and use by preposition and change of pronouns and subject to the object place and object comes to the subject place and uses of be forms. And just here even the change of pronouns are also mentioned in how to change from active to passive voice. And you can learn this in your examples when it is going on. And let's go with the structure. What we have here is the simple past tense of active verb in the active voice you will have subject plus V2 plus object. When it is changed into the passive voice, you have to observe the sentences that object plus was a verb plus V3 plus by plus subject here. Now just here, when to use was or verb. When the object is in the singular, then we have to apply was. When the object is in plural, we have to apply verb. Now with this, we can learn some sentences on the simple past tense. Now we will go with the first example in simple past tense is active voice. The sentence will be he painted the walls. Okay, so when we change that active to passive voice, just follow these rules. See here, this is an subject and this one is an V2, it is an painted verb, and the walls are the object here. Now as per the rules we have to apply when we change into a passive voice that change that the walls comes over here. The walls, this is the rule. What we have, the subject comes to the object place and object goes to the subject place. Now we have formed the object has to come to the subject place. The walls, and just here, is this in the singular or a plural? If you go with this, it is in the plural. So the walls were painted by, you apply it by, he changes into him. Just here, he changes into him. So the sentence is the walls were painted by him. Now we'll go with the second sentence. See here, Ravi wrote a letter. Okay, when you apply this rule, follow the subject to the object place. See, a letter has formed here and a letter is in the singular. So we have to use was. A letter was. Wrote will be changed into written. Okay, we have to change wrote into V3 form. So a letter was written by, we have to apply it, and that subject will come to object place. See here, the sentence has changed here, very simple way. A letter was written by Ravi. Now this is the third statement here. She gave me a pen. You have two objects in the sentence here. So when we change that two objects, you can apply it anywhere. Just see in the two sentences, you can, this is one example, you can have it. Here, I was given a pen by her. Just see the sentence here. She gave me a pen. These are the two objects. So, if I is applied over here, me is changed into I. I was is an singular form. So, given, gave is changed into given, and a pen is applied over here, and by and she changed into her. So, this sentence, when we have two objects, it can be applied anywhere. In the same way, when you go to the next one, a simple one, a pen was given to me by her. So, these two sentences in either way we can write it. So, this is the fourth sentence here. See here, this is in the negative sentence. What is here? This is a negative sentence. When we change that, my teacher did will be applied as was. My teacher was not pleased by me. Just here, I to me, and my teacher was not pleased by me. This is a negative sentence. We can change from active to passive voice. This is the fifth statement. And just see here, how did you pluck flowers? So, when you get this, this is the sentence called as interrogative sentence. Interrogative sentence. So, when you get this type of sentences, you can easily answer it. First, you look after this. How did you pluck flowers? You pluck flowers. First, you can mention as flowers were plucked by, apply you to you. Okay, from active to passive voice, only the you and you will be applied here. Just here, when you have this type of sentences, first you make out a clear vision of what you have learned well. Then it will be easy for you to answer. Just here, how? Apply the same question form in the passive voice. What is given in the active voice is a question form, and how is mentioned. So, apply the how as usual. And did you pluck flowers? So, the did you pluck flowers is gone with, used with were. How were flowers? So, just put exchange over here. Put it in the front. Were flowers plucked by you. So, it is very simple to change from active to passive voice.